Hey there, y'all. Disney D Prince here today with another Barbie unboxing. Today we have the Barbie It Takes Two Jackson and Jayla dolls. And we are going to go over them in just a minute. But more importantly, we're going to decide if they match any of our Creatable World doll bodies to give them an articulated form. So, fingers crossed on that. So first, let's see what we've got. Now, here is the UPC for anybody interested. It is up on Amazon. I did pick this up at my local Walmart, and I picked it up for, I want to say $27. It was a more expensive set than I was expecting it to be. I was hoping these were going to get topped out at like $25. It is higher than that. That is unfortunate, but it kind of is the name of the game right now with inflation going up to 9% and supply chain issues having been a thing. But this is also a playset, so it's not just the dolls. You do have some pets and a couple. You actually have 3 dogs because there's one down there in the actual little dog bed. You've got a carrier for the dog. You've actually got a new piece, which is this dog leash with a collar that fits on that dog, which is not a new mold, so that's great. Which means that collar will fit more dogs. And we got a soccer ball. I haven't watched the new show yet, so I don't know how likable these characters are, but they're cool. And it's not very often we get a new Stacy-sized boy. So fingers crossed that he is actually the right size and color. But we've got some more artwork here on the back. As you see, they are featured. Jackson is over here. Jayla is right there next to Stacy. So we actually have not gotten very many Stacy-sized dolls, which is great. These two are twins, which is awesome. So we are going to open them up and see what we can do with them. So let's see. Okay, so here they are without the plastic. They are very cute. They are new molds, which is great. They do have really thin necks, which might be kind of detrimental to our Creatable World bodies. But we're going to get them unboxed so we can take a closer look. Okay. You're connected by your neck. Okay. So here is Jackson. He is very cool. He's almost the same size as a Chelsea boy head. A little bit bigger, but not much. As you can see, here is a Chelsea doll head in comparison. And then compared to a regular doll head. So he looks good. He does have straight arms, which is good. He's got the basic kind of articulation just at the shoulders. Nothing at the knees. These pants are stretchy though, and he's got these cool little shoes. The shoes won't fit. The pants might fit if we switch them to a Creatable World body. The shirt should fit if we switch them. But as you can see, he is a 2021 sculpt, so he is new. I haven't seen any other Stacy boys with this sculpt yet, so fingers crossed they're going to use this mold more often and give us some more boys. And let's look at Jayla. Okay. Of course, she's got a staple in her head. I don't know why. right. So here we go. We have got Jayla right here. She is very cute. She does have just a 2-strand twist with some of these. 90s girls will remember what those are supposed to be. Those clacker bands are making a comeback. She's got a cute little bracelet. She's got a watch. We've seen that watch multiple times. And she's got some fun sneakers. And again, this is a 2021 mold, so it is a new mold, which is great. Hopefully we see more of these named characters, Jackson and Jayla and Layla. Lila? But hopefully we'll at least get to keep Brooklyn for a long time. I am loving the additional diversity that's bringing into Mattel. And I actually almost considered getting the Brooklyn Holiday doll, but I'm gonna wait until I can get the Walmart exclusive red hair doll when I eventually see her in the stores. Regular soccer ball, nothing super special about that. I've got a billion of those from my Made to Move bodies. We've seen this purse before. Nothing like crazy about it. It holds the little dogs. And then we're going to look at this. We've got a dog bed. We've seen this dog bed before. I don't think I have it in orange yet, which is fun. This is a cute little dog. It's not squishy. It's hard plastic. It's very cute. It's a cute puppy. It's not too cartoonish, which I love because sometimes the dogs can be a little too cartoonish. Not usually the cats, but just the dogs for some reason. But it's okay. We've got a little food bowl. Again, not a new mold, but close enough, right? We've got an ice cream cone. Again, not a new mold, but a fun little piece to have for a day out in the park for our characters. Wow, why does this not want to come out? Anyway, we will get our other pieces out on the front. So the leash actually does come separate from the collar, which is fun. It's just a little hook opening that you pop in there on that ring, and that's fun. And it's got the cute little like retractable leash thing, and there's a little Barbie head on it. It's just the same on both sides. That's a cool piece. I'm not gonna lie. And we have the same dog we've been getting for a while, but now we have a collar for her. Very cute, and it just snaps on like that. It's not actually a great fit, but it's definitely too big for that one, I'm pretty sure. I'm 90% sure it's supposed to go on this dog. But it's cool because it's got a handhold. And as you can see, it actually pulls the dog around. So that's a fun little accessory piece. And then we have our little dog food. Again, not a new accessory piece, but just a fun little thing. We've got our little like Pomeranian Shih Tzu kind of sized dog. And then we've got a water bottle. And our last piece that we have is a little brush for what's, I'm assuming, the dogs, but they don't have any hair, so kind of a waste of a piece, honestly. So, putting those off to the side, we're going to put our little puppy in there, and our other little dog in that one. Your little dogs, too. We'll move all of our other pieces off to the side, because we are going to do some comparisons now. So, looking at these, I was thinking they were going to be DC 725 when I first saw the release photos. But then I thought, I think they're going to actually be DC 319. And so I only have one of the DC 319. I have two of the DC 725, so it's inconvenient if it does wind up being the 319. So this is our DC 725. They're close, but it's not a perfect match. I don't know if it would be good enough. It's pretty close to where I think I could get away with it if they were wearing like a jacket and I just wanted them for like the hands. But if I was going to have like the entirety of the legs exposed, I feel like it's a little bit off. Not a lot off, as you can see. Not a lot off. Just a little off. So let's see. This is the DC 319 right here. And again, just a little off. Like not super off, but just a little off in the other direction. So it looks like we don't have a perfect match for them, but I think this one is actually going to be closer, which is fortunate because I have two of them. So you could really use either of them. Again, I put dolls onto these bodies when I need articulation. For dolls like this that don't come with any articulation other than the shoulders and the hips. I don't love that. It makes me just a tiny bit furious. But that is good news because the DC 319 is much harder to find. I wish Barbie. This is by Creatable World is by Mattel. They are capable of just giving us numbers. But Barbie won't do it with their Made to Move, which is frustrating. So the DC 725 is the body that I'm going to use. So I don't know. I don't think I've put Skipper dolls onto these bodies before. I haven't tried to because I haven't had very many actual Skipper sized dolls. But I'm going to do it for these two because they're named characters and I want them to be in my dollhouse. That does mean we are going to have to probably change their outfits a little bit, but that's okay. The first one we're going to try is Jackson. We're going to see how his head comes off. Okay. So these do have full-on neck pegs, like our previous ones. Or unlike our previous, like, Chelsea dolls. So they have neck articulation, which is good, because so do our Creatable World dolls. We are going to lose the shoes, because they don't fit on Creatable World dolls. Creatable World dolls have really big feet. We are going to try these pants to see if they fit on one of our boys, because there is a little bit of stretch to them. Because I like to keep them in their outfits as much as I can. They fit. There's actually some Velcro here on the back. They do make them high waters though. So I might swap out his pants for something else. But we're gonna look at that in just a minute. Now, because their necks are so much more narrow, I may have to do a small incision in the back of our Barbie heads to go onto these thicker necks. As you can see, they are slightly thicker. If I line them up, about maybe 20% thicker, which is unfortunate, but kind of the way of the world. These heads are pretty soft. I'm going to do my best to get it off. Sometimes these fight me. It is unfortunate when that happens, but sometimes they fight me. But I got it. So what we're going to do is we're going to snip this off because we don't need it, taking up even more room in our doll head. We're going to look and see. Okay, yeah, see that? Just like that is going to be just a little too narrow. So I'm gonna do is just right there. You guys can see that. I try to go right under the rim. So just cut through the rim and not really through the outer part of the neck. Though apparently his hair is a different piece. I was not expecting that. Okay, I might need to cut a little more. Okay, just a little bit, and this isn't a huge modification, but see when I compress that head, how that piece is coming away, so it's not a solid mold, which is a little weird for Mattel. They have started doing that a little more frequently with the Ken dolls. I've noticed them starting to really add in like molded hair that's not connected to the face, which in my opinion kind of defeats the purpose of molding the hair there. Okay, come on, little thingy. Okay. All right, now we're there. So his head looks very reasonably sized now. He looks good like that. So we're going to try to put a shirt on. Usually these shirts, I know Stacy's don't usually have any problem fitting on Creatable World. Or not Stacy, Skipper. But again, this is a Stacy doll body. So you just kind of play with what you got. But if I have to put a new outfit on him, it's not the end of the world. We just, you know, try our best to get as close as possible to the original designs. Like he's wearing jeans, it shouldn't be too hard. I might have to pull him off another doll, but it's okay. And this red plaid shirt I think our one of our Stacy babysitter boys was wearing something pretty close to this. But as you can see, so he fits. It's not perfect because it's not used to the size of his biceps, but it does fit. Doesn't go down as far. But let's pull out our Creatable World dog clothes bag right here and see if I can find some pants to go with that. I've got lots of shorts. I think you're right. Yeah, I've got some jeans that I can put on him. I don't know if I have any dark wash jeans. Let me double check. Got sweatpants. These are also, no, those are like harem pants. I can't do those. Those would keep the vibe. Let's see. So I think those are our only good jeans that I don't have currently on a doll, which is okay. That's fine. They're pretty close to his original color. Not perfect, again. When we're replacing pieces, we're not shooting for perfect. When we're replacing pieces, we are shooting for close enough. Okay. Okay. So, close enough on that. I don't think I have any all-white shoes left. We're gonna have to play it loose with that. So we're gonna do white with some black checkers. I think is a good plan for him. So, just like this. 1, 2. Because unfortunately, Creatable World dolls have pretty unique sized feet, which is weird. But yeah, so there is our articulated Jackson doll. We could put his little bracelet back on if we wanted to. Just like that. Bada bing. His shirt is a little short, but it's okay. And now we're going to take a look at his sister. And unfortunately, her skirt does not open all the way down the back, so I think we're going to have to replace her skirt too, which is unfortunate. There go her shoes. I like her Happy Vibes shirt. It's fun. Okay. And again, we're probably going to have to make an incision in the back of her head. Hopefully it's going to be a little easier because she is a solid piece because she has rooted hair. Again, when you are removing the head of a doll, always good to make sure your doll head is squishable to the touch. If it doesn't go like that, use a heat gun, or not a heat gun, hair dryer, or run it under hot water. Something in that kind of vein to make sure your doll head is soft. Because you can break neck pegs, which sucks. I have done it many times on this channel. just to illustrate that it happens no matter how good you are at replacing dolls' heads. We've got our new. These, some people cut it all the way down to this part. I prefer to keep a little bit more on there. And yeah, we're gonna have to do the same thing that we did with Jackson to Jayla. And again, like I said, I get right under that inner ring and I like to cut up towards the top, as you can see. So like the only part we're cutting is right on that M Mattel on the outside. So it shouldn't be as difficult to get her head on because her head is one piece. But that does not mean that it's going to be easy sometimes. We're almost there though. It's really just that last little bit. There she is. Just like that. And so let's get her shirt on, which hopefully has a little bit looser sleeves, but not necessarily. We might have the same problem that we had with Jackson, which was it doesn't want to go all the way up these arms. Okay, right there. Happy vibes. Let's see if we can get the skirt on. I don't know if we're going to be able to because it was kind of a snatched waist. Yeah, just we can put it on, but it doesn't look like it's going to stay on. It's going to be really high in the back. So what I'm going to do is try and find an alternative. I could go with shorts really easily, or I can go with a skirt with kind of a different vibe. Like the shorts are my big contender. I also have these shorts that are slightly longer, but I'm not sure. We're gonna look. We're gonna look through here. I've got lots of choices. It's a jacket. Oh, skirt. Denim skirt, a little bit of gold. That's pretty close. That's a contender. Could always put her in a tutu, but I'm not sure that's her vibe. So you know, I think I'm gonna go gold skirt because it's just a little bit of sparkle, and who doesn't love a little bit of sparkle? And it's a little bit more high-waisted, so it should look a little bit better. It does have one of those little underwear spot things. Is this not a? This might not actually be a Creatable World. That might be a Stacy skirt. I don't remember because I feel like it should have closed more easily. if it was a Creatable World doll outfit. But anyway, and that does kind of like close off her midriff, and it looks kind of cute. So let's see what shoes we've got closest. So she's wearing white. I could do matching ones to her brother, but in blue checkers. Those are a contender. Ooh, or I've got those in pink. I think those might be our contenders, really. Just those two. Because there is pink in her shirt. Or I could give her some red Converse right here to match her red hairband. And I think those are our options. Let's try the red Converse first. And everybody says, you know, these dolls have too big of feet, but I like them. I like that they're articulated at the wrists, they're articulated at the ankles, they're articulated at the knees and the elbows. So it's great. I don't know if I love this. I may swap these over to Jackson instead, but let's see what the pink looks like, because there's a lot of pink in her shirt. Bum, bum, bum. Oh yeah, that works. Because I don't want to do these, now that I think about it. But they look good like that, I think. But let's see, do we like Jackson in the red Converse instead? Let's see. What do we think? Is it the right kind of red? Or is it not? Looks pretty good. Yeah, okay. I think that's our vibe. They look good. They are, again, both on DC 725 bodies. So if that's what you are looking to articulate them, that's the one that I went with. They are a little bit more readily available than the 319. And the 319, I feel like a body being darker is always more noticeable than a body being lighter when it comes to a face, because your face is always going to be a little bit more tanned because it's the part that sees the light more often. But again, these were the original pants that they had on. They're both wearing their original shirts. They both were wearing sneakers that were just in plain white. We're going to put her little bracelet on to match her brother. If I could get that on, there we go. Just like that. And then her watch over here so they don't get left out after the dark. But yeah, so they look good, I think. And I'm actually going to put their arms together because they are siblings and they are awesome. So it takes two to make a thing go right, which is, I think, a song about sex, so scratch that. They're twins. This isn't Game of Thrones. But yeah, so that was my articulation take on these. They did get a growth spurt because I don't have reliable articulated Stacy-sized bodies. So these are now on the same scale as my Skipper dolls. I don't put a lot of Stacy dolls into my collection just because there generally aren't that many. But these are all ready to be joining the crew. And the plus side is that where the Stacy boys' heads are a little too big for these necks because they're on more of like almost a petite Ken body. This one had to be enlarged, so it's really flush against that neck. So it's good. So if you guys have any questions on Jackson or Jayla, or which bodies I used, or good places to find them, then let me know in the comments. And as always, follow along for some more fun unboxings. And leave me a like if you enjoyed it. And be good, y'all. Bye.